Good morning to T Boss, NG Stone, DK, and everybody who's here. We are Makoya. We're listening to Ask a Man. We are not affiliated with Metro Family. That's ABC in any way. We are just a group of friends who like listening to this show. Good morning, Ingrid. Good morning, Timelian. Good morning, Mori. Richie. Richie, good morning. What's up, Taiko? Yeah, man. Let's remember that we have house rules here. Let's keep tapping the screen there. Let's reach my 10K, my 50K lapo, and let's have a great time today. So today we have a show from now to 11:30. Guys, you know what? Now my radio is kind of misbehaving today. Okay, yeah. So from now until 11:30, we are going to be listening to Ask a Man. Yeah, you see that? That's great. Then from 11:30, we're going to have a little social corner and there now, so where we talk about anything, everything. Good morning, Ona. Good morning, Katie. So today is random Wednesday, right? So let's say you have something that you want to talk about, like that you feel like we should discuss, you know. You can come through. Let's have a lively chat. Like this is a very safe space actually for everyone. You are safe here. You're gonna get help. We 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 respect each other here, so you can relax. You can be free. You can be yourself. Don't worry. And yeah, man. So while we wait, just keep liking my nose there, nah? Just keep like my nose there, and let's just make this great. Oh, and please send me roses, guys. No, well, because I'm wearing a flower hat, so please send me roses for that as well. And okay, good morning, Makadzi. Good morning, Mapunyana. Good morning, Tobza. Hope you guys are good. Good morning, Ona, Kathy, and everybody. And while we wait for Anonza, what's up? Oh, actually. Oh, okay. Here's Anonza, by the way.
Anonymous?
Here's Anonza. Let's
Okay,
listen.
thanks in yourself, Anonymous.
What's up, dear kids?
Anonymous, are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Can you hear the
Okay,
radio
cool.
properly?
Anonymous, before we continue, I'm going to read you the house rules. And as you, while I'm reading these house rules, just breathe in, breathe out. There's no
Volume,
pressure.
okay.
It's just so easy and the naked DJ. I mean, got this. Cool. All right, house rules. Respect is the foundation of our conversation. Maintain respectful language. Refrain from any swearing or use of
tapping
profanities.
my nose there,
Our responsibility is to protect your identity, and your responsibility, Anonymous, is to extend the same courtesy to protect the identity of the people or person you'll be speaking about. Anonymous, if you're in agreement with these terms, please confirm by stating I agree. However, if you're not, we will understand. But
Wow.
do you agree to these terms, Anonymous?
Wow.
Yes, I agree.
All right, we're listening, my love.
Okay,
Okay,
let's listen.
so I recently moved to Joburg in 2021.
Welcome.
I met this wonderful guy. We clicked, everything was going well. Okay, and then I was doing something that I was not used to, like visiting a guy each and every weekend. It was quite weird, however, it was fun at first. 2022, he decided to, upgrade, go back to school. I was very happy with that. I was very supportive. I agreed that he can go back to school. However, when he started changing ever since he said he's going back to school. Bear in mind, when we first started the relationship, he said that his girlfriend stays in Cape Town. And I told him that I have no one on my end of it. Okay, cool. So I never asked anything about the girlfriend and stuff like that. I was just focusing on my business. So I realized that 2022 he had some actions that are not making sense. He's not the same person anymore. He doesn't call frequently. He does not text me and all of that. okay, sharp. We fast forward. I was at break, and then during lunch we are talking, and then I got to be introduced to some dating sites. I went to the dating site, and I've never been in a dating site before. So I went to the dating site because I was bored. I was not getting like attention. So I decided to go into a dating site. So one weekend I was at his place. A message came through, and he had my phone. He was taking it out of the charger. A message came through, and it had the notification of the dating site. So he proceeded to ask, why do you have a dating site? And I really could not like give him a proper answer. I just said that no, I'm sorry, and it's not like I get into the dating site more often. I was just introduced to it by my colleague, and then he asked like, why would you be in a dating site if you are in a serious relationship? So that got me confused. That I didn't know we were serious because your actions are not serious. So if you are asking me why I'm in a dating site, but we are not serious. He has never said I love you. He has never like showed affection or told me those words. And I ignored it like at first because I thought like people have their own ways of like showing affection. And so last year we had a problem like with me being in a dating site. Like it became a huge deal. Like it became a big thing. It was a huge issue to him, of which I understood, and I gave him his time so that he can be able to forgive me and process it. But sadly, things are not coming into place. We were not in contact, and he lost his sister. I think it was around March last year. He lost his sister, and said like, is there anything I can do for you? Obviously, I can't wake your sister up, but is there like something that I can do? Can I come? Like things like that. And he said like, why do you want to come? Why do you want to come here? So I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So I left it like that. After 2 weeks, I asked him to bring my stuff because with that language of why do you want to come here? So it's like, okay, like after 2 weeks, can you please bring my stuff so that like we can just end everything? Okay, unfortunately, he came here. I was not in. I was at work. So he had to leave my stuff with my cousin. Okay, and then 3 months later, I get his WhatsApp message. And then he's asking, where are you? And then I tell him that I'm at my place. And he proceeds to ask, can you please come over? And it was around 7 p.m. Can you please come over? And I was like, oh, for what? Like after 3 months, you are talking to me after 3 months. And then you're telling me to come over. Why? And then he's like, no, we're talking to get there. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I get to his place.
Anonymous, I'm going to stop you there by you get to his place because I've got quite a few questions here. So we're all on the same page. But we'll give a bit of a summary and then we'll take it from where you left it right now. Please don't drop the line. Going to the news headlines with Hopedi Delongwe. It's 10:30.
Good morning, people. Morning, people. Okay, for like those who are late, my name is Leroy. We are listening to the show. We are not affiliated with this show. We just like listening to the show. So just remember to keep tapping my nose and my lips there, and then like let's reach like maybe as in like 50 Kenyan and stuff. But then feel free to request the hot like and then like let's have a conversation about this. But then remember to mute your mic like when you get here, nah? So brief talk sharp. Let's continue. That's love got to do with it.
Hashtag Ask a Man.
So we've got Anonymous on the line. 31 minutes after 10 a.m., the Naked DJ Somizi are present. And of course, this is a summary coming through before we continue with her. Anonymous moved to a new city 3 years ago and met a guy 3 years ago. Anonymous says that they started having a relationship. However, the guy was in a long-distance relationship with some other person at that time. Anonymous says the guy's attitude seemed to have changed when he went back to school to upgrade his qualifications. Now, Anonymous says he became very distant, and this pushed her to eventually getting on a dating site as they weren't really official. She was bored. So Anonymous says he found out that she was on a dating site, and he now wants to end things and doesn't even want to see her. Anonymous says he once went quiet on her for 3 months. After that, he called her and they met up at his place. Anonymous, we're here at his place, but can I just understand one thing? Are you still a side at this point, or are you in a relationship with this person? Are you the main?
At that time, I can confidently say I was the main because there were no signs that I was the side chick, unless he was able to hide it very well. However, there was like nothing.
Okay.
If it hasn't been said it's official, you still
Oh,
decide.
for sure.
Anyway, Anonymous and Kuzo, ladies,
Yes.
I think you guys need to clarify something for us, Amajita, that have, we get like below 30 in Umjolo. Ne? When a woman says he had somebody else, but then he wasn't paying me enough attention, so then I started doing dating sites and all that stuff. Because this is like the third woman this week that has said,
Actually,
I knew there was another woman,
True.
but he wasn't paying me attention. Ladies, ngicela clarify too.
What's the
Please
logic?
clarify for us.
Come on now.
What is this he's not giving me attention thing, but you know that he is with somebody else? What is it that you guys are looking for from a man who's in a relationship?
I will let Anonymous answer that because I've never been in that situation. I got all the attention that I needed, so I'm fine.
Hey,
Anonymous,
Kuzo,
can you
hey.
answer that question?
Keta, no.
So, naked, I can say that I was willing, like, at the first time he was not the seed that I used to plant with. However, I learned to like him. I can say I learned to like him. But then I cannot please
Oh, Anonymous.
Yeah, before you tell us about he was not a seed I was plant with, rather Kulumis Zulu sis.
Okay, Anonymous, continue, please. Please continue.
Okay. So, I'm saying that I went to his place, and when I got there, I asked him to pay for the Uber, and then he asked, like, why aren't you paying for it? And I told him that I'm not the one that wants to be here, so you pay for the Uber. Okay, he paid for it, and then we didn't really say much. He was just surprised of some of the changes that have occurred, like, in my life. And to fast forward, this year, I decided to, after we have met December, I decided to block him. I decided to ghost him. So everything was fine in the beginning of the year, that is in January. Everything was okay. We were talking. He was calling. He was becoming the guy that I knew.
Plant a seed.
And then, yeah, he was becoming my plant.
Okay.
And then one day I just woke up and I was like, I'm deleting his number, I'm blocking him, like, I don't want anything to do with him. However, sometimes I do feel like I was harsh. I could have, like, communicated with him and told him what was wrong or what I didn't like so that, like, we can get a solution. And now I'm even struggling to move on. I've been single, like, ever since that incident happened. I don't know if that's the correct thing. So the main issue now is that I want to know if should I unblock him and communicate, or should I just leave it like this, leave everything as is, ghosted, and he should remain on my block list.
Yeah, one name is not a list, sis. It's just
Pardon
one
me?
name.
One name is not a list.
No.
actually.
A grocery list has
No.
like 50 things.
Maybe, how many people are in your block list?
I think they are 200 and something.
And how many of them are your exes? Isho.
I don't know.
How many? Plus
I
minus?
don't know.
Plus minus 10.
Okay. Yo. Igama lakho block mampatile. Block mampatile. Gise. Blocky.
Blocky.
Pitch block afro. So I know what you want. I mean, honestly, isitori sakho ngizwile, and I'm gonna give you an advice like it's my last breath, and I'm leaving you with legacy. You watch the Chinese movies when the guru is about to die and is leaving the tools and the pearls to the successor.
Wisdom.
I'm gonna speak like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and because the reason I'm speaking like that is because nothing has changed in life since the beginning of mankind. Dalabo Ruth kudlalwa ngabo eBhayibhelini nabo
So
nabo Jezebel badlala ngabantu. So you're not the first one and you're not the last one. There was Ask a Matthew somewhere at some point. So nothing has changed. But I will talk to you, and you know me with analogies, but I'm talking about something that I've personally experienced. Thank you. So, does it mean that, so for instance, if I'm an investor, right, or I have lost money, or I've been an addict of some sort, and I got a second chance in life, and I knew which taking drugs is a no, or wasting money is a no, at my 50s, for instance, this is hypothetical.
Sure.
Ne? My job is to make sure that the next generation doesn't go through what I went through, right?
Okay.
And protect them. They don't have to go through what I went through, especially if it's bad stuff. They can avoid it in order for them to even progress faster in life. Now, Mjolo-wise, Rod, the spirit is coming to me. Mjolo-wise, all my life, Mjolo life, I have been giving people second chances. I have been seeing red flags as a rainbow nation, as a red polish, as nothing else. And I've been, when people show you who they are, I don't believe them and stuff like that. Only now, recently, I'm 51 this year and I'm turning 52 this year.
Shit.
At 50,
Damn.
only at 50, I don't say damn, you'll be lucky to reach that day. At 50, I've realized the power of not giving people chances that don't deserve. I've dated ever since my last official relationship. I've been dating, and when someone says, for instance, Ash, I don't think this thing is going anywhere, I send a sharp emoji. I've been the happiest.
Hey, man.
When someone does something wrong, I don't, because if at an army I expect the same. If I do something wrong, especially intentionally, and thinking which they're gonna stick around, they must treat me the same way I would treat them.
Keep tapping
I
my
have
nose,
reached
guys.
a stage of not giving people second chances. You have to earn it to get a second chance. And I've been the happiest. So that's my advice to you. Start early. You live happily ever after. I try, trust me. People don't treat things that they're scared to lose like rubbish. You don't. You wash your car every day. You pour petrol every day. If you don't pour your petrol in your car, it will stuck. It will never move. That car will never, you'll never go in front of it and go, hey, please move. No, I'll tell petrol. So move again. Treat people the way they.
Treat you.
Angazi man. Uyangizwa man, uyangizwa.
I hear you.
Oh,
loud and
man.
clear.
Loud and
You
clear.
know?
No,
I don't know much uyangizwa.
yeah.
Ndiyakuva Somezi.
Uyangizwa. Ukuma 20s or ukuma 30s?
Very 20s.
Early 20s.
Early 20s, but I don't know, start now. Start now. Ungabi nane block list. You don't even have to block them. Because when you block them, you are not training yourself to restrict. Ufoswa i-app. No, blocking at least here. Cover lenja.
Yes. What wisdom, man. You know what, Bloki, stay on the line. I'm just going to pay some bills now. We'll come back after these and then we'll hear from the Naked DJ.
Hallelujah.
Yes, I am.
Jesus,
It seems
wow.
like we're always fighting a never-ending battle against a running
Guys,
immune system. We're
I-
faced with the stress of daily living.
I know it's
immune
never
system
even
is
thing
overworked,
this week.
Trying to protect your
Nah,
body,
come
ensuring
on,
you're giving
guys.
it everything it needs to function
Nah,
at its
man.
best. Poseidon is a powerful antioxidant.
I just
designed
know.
to rid your body from harmful toxins and strengthen
I
your
knew
immune system.
Luna.
Poseidon also assists in
Happy,
prevention of
but
illness
again,
and
it happen like this is not gender wars, ne? But then, so never said this week. Okay, Capel. How gag? You are number 2. You know that you are number 2, Mari. You are hoping that one day you will be number 1, and Bona, you will live happily ever after like a fairy tale. You will be treated like gold. When you come from number 2, guys, wait, like, you know what? Like, please help me understand this part. But then, you know what? Okay, like while we wait for actually them to come back, just keep liking there. Please send me gifts. You know what? But again, can I have like be ready for it more? Let's help this child, cause hey, you know what? Marhaba, you know what? Like some level of maturity comes with age, maybe. You know, so maybe she's a bit delusional. No, she's new Gauteng, you know. And vele ngiyamthanda shem. But guys, you know what, ne? Please, you know what, ne? Like, please keep liking there and feel free to come here, mother panel. But then remember to mute your mic. You will only speak when you are given the chance to speak. There's no bashing each other here. Let's remember, we are here to help this young lady here. All right? Ne? Please and thank you. Box are Gamma share his attention for a girl side or not. He started it all. Yes, 100%.
You still there?
Yes, good job.
Awesome. I need Naked DJ to have his say for you, okay?
No problem.
Sure.
I'm going to be very short, Anonymous.
Okay.
Anonymous, remember you love planting seeds, no?
Yes.
So you're a farmer. Now,
Yes.
have you ever had a good harvest? Because Anonymous, it breaks my heart that there are so many failed relationships on your blocked list. And as a person that loves planting seeds, you've never had a proper harvest. Maybe it means you're a bad farmer. Like, when do you ever eat? When do you ever reap what you sow? So if you're a farmer that never has a great harvest, what does that say to you? Should you stop
farming?
Should you?
I'm gonna stop farming.
Yeah.
So I'm studying the incorrect way.
Aha, that's it. You don't stop farming. You start farming the correct way. And sometimes, Anonymous, you need to engage people that are experienced farmers. And where you can see that, okay, they business is thriving and their harvest is in abundance. And don't be scared to ask when things are not going okay for you, because you can't keep on making the same mistakes over and over again. And it's a very good thing that you're saying, which you're not going to stop farming, because you need to eat. You need to learn. You're still in your early 20s. There's still a long way to go. So remember, a different input will give you different results.
Yes.
So because, we don't have much time, we can't really go back into your farming ways. How do you prepare your seed? When do you plant? When do you water the garden? When do you do this? When do you do that? Right? And there could also be things that maybe you're giving up way too soon, because your block list just keeps on growing and growing and growing. So go back and think, okay, how will I approach Umjolo moving forward? let me have a different input so that my results can be different.
Listen to that.
I'm naked. It's amazing. My gosh.
Dropping bombs.
And Anonymous, it's okay. We've all been there. My early 20s, disaster of note. My 30s, bigger disaster because I thought I had learned things in my 20s. So this is not the end of the world. Still at the beginning of life. You've got this. You'll be okay.
Thank you.
Never underestimate the power of the planted seed. Yes, I'm naked. All right, Anonymous, we're going to leave it right here. I need you to
I'll leave it
continue
right
listening
there.
through the radio
All
for
right.
advice from South Africa.
All right. Okay. Here's a quick recap now, but then for those who are late, hi guys, my name is Leroy. We are listening to actually as like this show, and we are not affiliated with them. We just love the show, so we're not infringing anything. We just yeah, but that cool, sharp. Before recap now, like let me remind you that we have rules here. You can come here, you can request. Mare, you're gonna speak when you are given the chance to. Mutual respect here. There's no bashing here. We are here to help her. Let's not derail. You misbehave, you're out. Quick, fast, and simple.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Discussion is advised.
Thank you very much. Sis Noli, please mute your mic. My sister, thank you very much. Noli,
Yes. Can you hear me now?
yeah, please mute your mic there. Quickly.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Miss Karabo. You're my type. Anyway, so Anonzana, she moved to Gauteng 2021. Yeah, sharp. She met this guy who was in a long distance relationship. So they decided to hit it off. Yabo? Nandingana, as in like honeymoon phase, but then now, Jiggy, the gent started to act weird, when he started to go further his studies. So he started not giving her the attention, like start treating her otherwise, he was ignoring her here and there, and then after 3 months here and there, he's like, I'm actually baby one, and then like sneering, he's quiet. Then last year, Amanonza, she decided to join a dating app, right? Sharp. Then later on, they got together and then like they were chilling. Then a message popped in there from her phone, from the app. So he got mad. Or no, why are you dating what? Well, like when you are in a serious relationship with me. Then he got mad. He threw the tantrum, whatever, sharp. He ignored it again for about like was that 3 months there. Then recently he called her on some Kaya, let's talk, like let's. That time was 3 what? 3 a.m. He just randomly called her on some come over, let's talk. Hey, like let's. Then Anonza blocked him, and yeah, sharp. So now she's asking, like, what should I do? As in, like, should I go back to him because I like really love him because now like there's feelings involved now. So now she's asking, should I go back? So that's the story, and I know what yeah, like we can discuss it today. Before we start, our like resident Rakhadi here. Lena banyara itse ke nne like le borile go bora hure this week actually. Y'all don't listen. You all don't comprehend what's happening right in front of your face. Ladies, this is not an attack, nah? This is not gender wars, nah? Mari. Please, ladies, leave this delusion, let's again, like fairy tale things there. And anyway, Sabzalo.
Hi, Shem. You know what? I wish today we could just mute all men and I ask my ladies. You know, we always have a lot of ladies in this family. I feel like today is that day I need to ask ladies to gather up and we need to speak about this sudden desperation that women have. We only a sudden desperation these days that akiti itwa ko kae, like akiti tlhaga ko kae. But women are, hey, no, man. Women, we don't take ourselves seriously, guys. I don't have, I don't know what must I say. When I waited last week, I think it was last week, Thursday, we were talking about this when Mimi was hosting and I said, we need to learn to rata ourselves. Ari thateng, man. You know, ari thateng, ari kutloleng botlhoko. Feel the pain. No one's gonna feel the pain on your behalf. So you need to feel it for yourself. This thing, firstly, number one, I'm not even gonna speak about the boyfriend because now I am judging Anonza with so many things. Number one, she's in her early 20s, so I'm gonna say 22, 23, 24. She already has 10 exes. Guys, ngeke. No, you know what? Come for me all you want. No, people must come for me all they want. But 10 exes already. Okay, we move on from that. In the beginning, a boyfriend did say that he has a partner. So he started this relationship thing with this guy, knowing that this guy is involved with someone else. He's not giving me the time, he's not giving me attention, and he doesn't call me as frequent as he used to. He doesn't text. Yo. Guys, we have a problem. We have a problem, and let us continue running on like we don't see anything and everything is fine and everything is okay, but we have a problem. I'm going back to Anonza. Anonza, even for her to come in Ali and say she's asking for advice from us if she must still stay. Should I go? Should I stay? I can't believe that she's still asking that part. I honestly can't believe it. But now all I can say to her is she needs to take time. Leave him jolly, leave everything. Take time and do a self-introspection. Because for the fact that, okay, I'm not going to judge her. I'm judging her, but I'm going to act like I'm not judging her, that she's in her early 20s and she's got 10 exes. But she has all those 10 exes in her contact list that she went as far as blocking them. Why are they in your contact list? Let's start there. Let us say now she meets a genuine Leroy. Ne? She meets a genuine Lee. Lee's a cool Ntwana, a DJ, nice, loving, sweet. You know Ntwana yak. And you out there, you genuinely want to give her the best. Mara, she still has her 10 exes in her contact list. Gonzagalan, what is she doing with her exes? Ukuze abablock, ufihle yang mo. So
Yeah.
all I'm saying, she must just take her time. She must take time out, do a self-introspection, and like Naked said, I don't know if you guys heard that part because I didn't hear it from you, but I heard on the radio when Naked said, you've been planting the seeds and you've been harvesting, Mara. You are not reaping anything. So she needs to go back to the drawing board. And guys, that is the most important part. Sometimes if you've been applying the same method for the longest of time and you not getting the results that you are looking for, go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board and see what you have been doing differently from others, or ask questions. If Lee is in a perfect relationship or whatever, or he has a good relationship, you think, I would like to have something like this. You know, there's research these days, there's book Google, guys, the information is literally on the tip of our fingers. Mara, all I'm saying, she needs to take time out.
Like, but again, something that Lerato wrote here, like that I found very profound. Actually, I was like, wow. She said that like most ladies, most young girls, they are raised to believe that like having a man or like a husband, like that's a gem, like there's an accomplishment, so you must make sure you keep that man. He's your man. You must beg him because it's again, you are the wife, you are the thing. And I'm like, I'm okay, Neshap, like having companionship, yeah, okay, cool. Like that, like that's a very nice thing. But now you can't say you stay here while you are being like mistreated, and you are not like valued, but then you're gonna beg Azele because mama said, because like the family said you must hold on to your husband, you must be the wife he needs, like not the wife you want to be. And I'm like, no guys, wait a minute. You can only flourish where you are watered. You can only grow where you are fed properly. Let's remember that working the relationship, like this is not like just in jail. You get to a party and then you've been given drinks on drinks on drinks. You must have the money. You must be able to pay the entrance fee. You must be able to buy your drinks. You must be able to buy your own water. You must be able to actually have your Uber back home and this and that. So now that's how like the relationships actually work now. You must have this and he must have this so that we can actually make this work actually. Mutual respect, mutual love, let the commitment level, okay, let's make this work together. Not just when you are moody today and then now like you're gonna ignore me for as in like the next 6 months. Yeah, Velas is okay, you know what? Like, yeah, okay, like she's young, no, and like she's learning here and there, like some level of maturity comes with age. Cool. I feel I never parking sharp, like cool. Marahaba, baby girl, you are in Gauteng. There's a lot of good guys out there. There's a lot of bad guys also, but then like just learn how to maneuver that, Like, okay, sharp. You are going to get hurt a lot. Subs are so but then yeah, sharp. Cool. Like to take notes for okay. There, okay, sharp. I know there, okay. Here I flopped here and then there. He flopped here and then there. So now next time look out for like this and this and this and that. Then as in like learn how to deal with that and that and that and that. No? Take notes, move. That's my advice for her. But then when I the block list the leave him. Leave him. The only thing you can do there is that like just like note the pros and cons you learned there, learn to value yourself more, then move. Sorry, but cut. Hey, I'm like 3 years old. I'm like for like whole 3 years. You in Gauteng, baby girl. Chill. But have fun, but then like not it's again like do not DM me. I'm off limits. Shows up.
You know, you just said something so important. Value yourself.
Yeah.
I agree with what Lerato is saying, but to a certain degree, because yes, we were taught Hori, we need to study. After studying, you finish, you go to you go to school, finish, go to varsity. From there, you need to get married and get your social standards. We all know them. Mara, that does not mean that you need to look over yourself. Still, if you're gonna find a man, don't value yourself and find a man that's going. And you know what? Actually, I wanna say, women when Ali know their worth when it suits them. When they need to find a man, oh, a man needs to drive, a man needs to have money, and I know my worth. That's when they know their worth. When they need to apply the same mentality, apply the same method here, then suddenly that line does not exist. They don't know where it is. Even on Google, they can't find it. You go to your Oxford English Dictionary, it's not there. But once they start meeting Lee, yes. Once they start meeting Lee and Mang Mang, they ask you, what do you drive? Where do you stay? What do you do? Oh no, I know my worth. A guy, I saw a TikTok this morning. This lady was saying, she was saying, I'm not bashing on women, but women, this and this and this. You guys keep saying you want a man with money. Yeah, nah, he needs to date someone with money. When not do you have money? You know? Exactly. And the comments, you must see the women comments on that video. They're like, no, finance is very important in a relationship. I'm like, look, Shabang did she at any point say that it's not important? I'm sorry. Did at any point said finance was not important in a relationship? She said, Luwena, it's like a Zaga if you want Zaga. Come with 50, let me come with 50, I'll be 100 rand, and then, we can make more. But that's what I'm saying. Women know their worth. Women know their worth when it suits them. Mara, when they need to apply that same mentality, I know my worth in right places, then suddenly they fail, and they fail dismally.
So, subs, what? I remember killing a few weeks back, actually. Leroy said, for no, what? Me, I don't want. Breaking can if you don't make 6 figures, do not DM me. When the ladies, Joe, bruh, they came working can for me, Joe. They're like, oh, hey, do you have it? Do you have it? And I'm like, look at the double standards now. I'm like, ladies, no. Me, nah. Me, no.
Double standards. Marabona, they don't ask. Mponyana could be my friend, and Mponyana could be saying, you're not friend, I want a man with money. I'm not gonna ask Mponyana, Nahuruwena, do you have that money? But suddenly when Leroy says, you must have on that live, and you said you must have 6 figures or 6 zeros, and they were like, Leroy, when do you have it? Why don't they ever ask their fellow women? They never ask them. But if it's a man, women have double standards. They can come for me if they want to.
Exactly. So now, that is my personal standing point. But ladies, know right now, if you have a crush here, you must make 6 figures, lala. Of new so stay away from me. And I'm just joking, by the way. Hello.
I sugaler na ronya, kinakira 7 figures and I don't want you. Hi guys, people, you are being too harsh. She did say she's in her 20s, and she did say she just moved to Joburg. Joburg can be lonely. Joburg can be very lonely. We all know that. So I think she was just looking for companionship. And Ogalidi told me friends are busy, and the friends now they're protecting their energy and the simplest way to find. Sorry, just a minute. I think she just looked for the simplest way to find companionship, and maybe this guy offered something. I mean, you cannot be with somebody for over 3 years and they don't give you anything. Shame. I think this is one of those things she must take as lessons. And most of us, I'm not gonna say all because I know other people cannot relate, but most of us have been with that one guy that confuses you so much. But I don't believe she'll repeat the same mistake. This is a lesson to her, and we can only hope that she learned and doesn't remain in the Lululand. But honestly, I don't see how she. I cannot I cannot be too harsh on her. In her early 20s, guys, we all saw it all. We all saw it all.
Mara
So shame
still,
is just unfortunate that especially when people realize that you're vulnerable, because I honestly believe she's lonely and vulnerable, there will be that one idiot that will try and take advantage, unfortunately. Nkilobo. And she's in her 20s, maybe hana le ngwana, and she's working maybe a nice job nyana. Maybe this guy is just looking at, I've got a woman who can pay for dates once in a while, who I can just go to her place and have a free warm meal, and she'll do my laundry, because she is lonely, guys. Shame. And really, Joburg is scary. Have fun nyana is not that easy as a pretty little girl nyana we pitel. You don't even know where the safe places to go. Shem, I feel sorry for her. And I hope Shem God can be graceful and bring her a nicer guy who really wants to be with her.
she must still look.
Our 10 x's is nothing, guys. Crow 1 in J is one. 10 x's is nothing in your 20s.
Yeah, actually, yeah, man, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
and a Velaraba blogger. Like, what else was she supposed to do them? She didn't change her numbers, so they still can try and access her. So blocking them, I think, for her right now, it's a good thing. Glow. Shame.
I don't know what, you know what, yeah, man, like she's young, but talk about it, she's over too much, like she's so
No,
low. It's again,
she is lovely, guys.
Maria, okay. Mar no yan. She head with the skin now. Korea. You must be vaker. You saw. Maria. Sister, thank you very much. And now, the real housewife of Makoya Rundown. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Makazi.
Oh, what an intro.
The
Can
real
you hear me?
housewife. Yes, yes, ma'am, boy, we can hear you loud and clear.
You know, when we say men never lie about their intentions, this is another classic example. When someone approaches you and from the jump they tell you that they have someone, he was already letting her know not to expect too much. Because if he was willing to show up and do everything, he would have kept quiet so that she actually believes from the jump that she is a priority. So this guy didn't lie. When someone tells you, hey, you know what, I have someone, you can't expect someone who from the get-go told you that they're in a relationship with someone else to not treat you like you are the main priority in their lives. And I mean, on top of that, I can guarantee you when there was a funeral at his place, it was his real girlfriend that was there. That's why she was told not to even come. So why are you up there busy trying to offer emotional support to someone who from the get-go has let you know that there is somewhere else that he is emotionally committed? So if you want to be a side chick, you must be sure that you can handle being a side chick. Because now look, imagine 3 years later, you're in your early 20s and you've invested 3 years, 3 whole years of your life being a side chick. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. It does not even make sense. So yeah, like we said, she actually, and from the, if someone comes to you and you already agree from the get-go that you're going to be a side, they already know that you're someone that doesn't value, you don't value yourself, you don't respect yourself, you're willing to take whatever crumbs that come your way. So that's what he's going to offer you, the crumbs that you have indicated that you deserve. And that's that.
And that.
And the fact that she's even still asking, oh, should I maybe try reconnect? It shows that she hasn't learned anything. She has not. She still wants to go there, try for the 100th time. For what reason? I mean, to fight, to be a side chick. Oh, well, no ways.
Please. No.
Leroy. Lee,
Yeah, what?
where's your horn? I know you. I said you must throw away your horn. Where's your?
Wait,
Nakazi,
okay,
you
wait.
deserve that horn, my baby. You deserve it.
Okay, let me get that horn quickly,
If a
quickly.
horn
As much as
before offense comes through, ne? Nkabe
yeah.
kile go airport batong kuba.
Okay. So, guys, that was the real housewife of Makoya.
We need us the grown ones. We need to start telling it like. Thank you.
100%. She must learn. You must learn, Lala. You're gonna hear by the skin now. Exactly. And thank you very much, man. Yes, man, subs, you know what? You really just hype me up right now. As in, okay, okay. Let me just calm down. Calm down a bit. So, Fenze. Yo, Fenze. Fenze. Ba no Fenze, okay, can. Hatlo Fenze, or maybe I not have a honeyland. Okay, guys. Oh, he's on a call. Oh, okay, but then, yeah. Um, uh, you guys can request Nyana to come too, because we still have about like 15 minutes. Go fetsa as in ba re ke ka nkgang ya ganong zae Dean, you are very late my brother. You are very late.
June is not the class. He missed
So
the
ba re
entire class.
yeah, so ano je, maybe when you can actually like help him there with the recap. Subs mo thusa.
Quick one, Dean. Anonza moved to a different town and met a certain guy. A certain guy says, I'm in a relationship, but a weekend relationship. And then their relationship for 3 years, Mara 3 years Akona has been back and forth, ups and downs and portals and whatever. Anonza is in her early 20s, and yeah, then she says that a relationship started going sour because guy wasn't calling as often, wasn't texting her as often, and blah blah blah. And then they took about, I think, a 3 months break. Oh, this guy ghosted Anonza for 3 months, and then 3 months later he comes and sends a text at 7 p.m. and says, please come through. And then Anonza's like, why must I come through? And then he was like, no, I want us to talk, whatever. And then Anonza took an Uber to go to boyfriend. Boyfriend gets there, he doesn't even want to pay for the Uber. Woo, guys. But she gets there and boyfriend doesn't want to pay for the Uber. Anonza has to pay for the Uber. And what else am I missing? In short, she's missed out on 3 years of her life. So now she's out here saying, must she block this guy? Must she continue with him, or must she leave the guy hanging? That's what Anonza wants to know currently, Dean. It's a sad one. Lee, you are stuck. I don't know if it's rain or kinaka netako. Please say something if you guys can hear me. Oh, I think
Yes, I can hear you.
yes. Now it's better. Yeah, and that's a short recap, Dean.
Thanks for the
Is
recap,
Ufento
guys.
still on the line?
I think so. Friends, what's up? Oh,
Good
there we
morning.
go.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm alright, fam. How are you?
Lovely morning, everyone. Yeah, set part, hey. Um, sometimes you meet guys, and I did it before on early mid 20s, and I had multiple of them, and all of them knew that I have a partner, but they were willing to come into the picture. That's why I always say it's funny how people are willing to come into the picture, but when you propose polygamy, they go crazy. Anyway, so I think every lady, if not most of them, especially if you are young and you were not taught or you were never informed by your fellow sisters on a dating um, lifestyle, these are the kind of things that you are going to face. And also, we men can lie that, listen, I have this person, I do like you, but I'm planning to, or we're in a process of divorce. Normally, and for instance, it's the same as if you want to smash, sort of for my language. You tell a lady how much you love them, how much you want to marry them, and they fall for it. And again, sometimes with our treatment towards them, there's a possibility of them forgetting that you have a partner because you are giving them time, you are giving them money, you are actually, they're happy with you. But when time goes on, that thing is not happening. You only wake up after 2 years, 3 years, like Anonza. Since she's so young, I think obviously the guy is quite older. So the guy was very manipulative, and when you are young, you might find out that also she has some daddy issues, and if you're a woman, you have daddy issues, and this guy is older, you're actually receiving two energies. Someone who is actually manipulating you, but you take it as if he's your mentor. At the very same time, he makes you happy, and yeah, you might find yourself into such a thing. But I also have a suggestion, Mr. I don't know if Metro FM or SABC will actually agree with your proposal. Why don't you send a mail to Metro FM?
Hey,
Us.
man, yeah. My parking fence,
Can you hear me
like, please
now?
start over again, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, a proposal to say send a mail to Ask a Man, and obviously they'll do their research that we actually contributing on their platform on Ask a Man to be like, listen, you got some advices from Ask a Man platform. Just a moment, Fenzelo.
Yeah, you can mute your mic. Nje.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So maybe we can take this to like the whole country, ne? Look at God, right? Shit. Wow. Okay. So that one you are not like bua muri DMing guys. So let's just I never can kind of breathe in. So guys, we taking now. So now, like next week, we are gonna be speaking with the gents now, ne? Like and like regarding this matter, okay? Like now a game jita now. Like when you do this and this and this and this and this and this and that, you must be responsible. Stop doing this because there are people who are within this thing who have serious feelings. When are you playing with them? But we are gonna start with that come Monday. So bargain gents,
Already have
raise
like
Monday.
I'm waiting for my insurance.
Like, yeah?
So I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me mute her quickly because I'm essentially busy insurance. Babdin.
Hi, family. Yo,
How are you doing?
I'm tired, guys. I've been at work from 7 o'clock in the morning, which is not used. My body's not used to. Kanti kwenzakalani bafethu eGoli? It like amantombazane aseGoli ahlakaniphile noma ahlakaniphile kancane?
Brian, like I think like bahlake kancane, as in like le na le, yabo.
Bafethu.
Hayi konke, mara like le na le.
I would dump a girl just for the fact that she stood me up on a date that I had planned a week in advance.
You are like a slay king, dog.
I will dump you so bad. When I meet you at the mall, I'll greet all of your friends and forget that you exist. I don't play with people that play with my emotions.
Yeah.
I don't give you time of day when you have the audacity to play with my emotions or my feelings. If you don't respect me enough to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and refuse to pay for an Uber as a gentleman should, why am I even entering in that house? Why am I not going back home?
Yeah.
Clearly, this loser is not going to give you anything if he can't pay for an Uber that you have woken up your ass at 3 o'clock in the morning, requested, waited for, stepped out in the most. I'm sure Joburg is scary, guys. I know there's safe places, but 3 o'clock in the morning, you're a woman walking out of your house to go please another guy that ghosted you 3 months and they want to talk and you do that? Awwa, guys.
You know what, ne?
Awwa, guys.
He called her, baraki kana then, ne? Like, after ghosting her for 3 months.
That's
Imagine.
exactly what I'm saying. Like, Njaka, you don't give me any indication that you want me in the first week of us talking. I'm saying like a simple text in the morning. It's chai, my brother. You and I are sisters. We go to the same church. Ifella da. There's nothing else to it. I'm not going to trust you with my emotions. I don't get why. Yo, these. Do females know their worth? Do some females understand their worth? Because it's a problem when you don't respect yourself that much. You are not respecting yourself as a person. That someone that has ghosted you for 3 months, I'm sure you've been texting within those 3 months, not receiving responses. And they have the audacity to call you at 3 o'clock in the morning requesting to speak. Our guys, Bafetu, are we that lonely? Are we really that lonely? Guys, we can't. We can't be that lonely. 3 months you can go to a club. If you want to hook up, you can get a hookup as immediate as going to any club or any restaurant. It has to be stupidity. There's no other.
No, Marahab, you know what, ne? Okay, like, not really necessarily like stupidity, ne? Because now you like you might see that Horen had a point of reference to a what's that healthy relationship, you know. So now Goli manje, Josie manje, the first life, like utiking bona barking kana di conca di in so now she's kind of like messed up nyan the Gauteng loneliness actually, bro, like slaps really bad, eh? So maybe now ish she got swindled there, you know, and then she was like, oh my god, no, and like he loves me, you know.
I refuse. I differ to. I really. Jaga, I came from KZN, not knowing the language, not knowing the slangs.
Yeah, Mara, yeah, but
You know, like when you're a guy and you can't even speak the language, you can't even pick a girl up because they will force you to speak their language, and you'll be like, you know what, Jaka, let's do English, and you don't want to sound that cocky, you don't want to look that flashy. I went for 2 years trying to learn the language so I can ask out a girl. And I'm talking about it, living in a very prime area, in a very sophisticated. I'm just saying it. What kind of look in bed? Let's break it down. You meet a girl, a guy.
come on.
You
Yeah.
chat with a guy. That guy tells you that, hey, by the way, there's a main, and you just decide. First disrespect to self. You agreed to that nonsense. Sharp. Now you're a side. You know you're a side. I heard that there's a time where she wanted to come to a funeral. She couldn't. You've seen that you are not an emotional support to this person or any of that matter, because in the most weakest time in his life, you were not needed. You requested to go, but you were not needed because the main was there. Second line of disrespect to self. And then you get ghosted for 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months? And you still have this nigga's number not blocked on your phone? Then you receive a call at 3 o'clock in the morning requesting to talk like a vampire. You are still not respected, and you are disrespecting self. There's too much of wrong going here, guys, for us to be fools and saying, no, she's a child. She's not a child. She's delusional. She doesn't want to see the truth. She's fighting against reality. Yeah, she's just a smashing side. That's her purpose in this man's life. She's only going to be called at 3 o'clock when the guy is having one that he can't squeeze with his hand and needs a physical touch, she will come through. Imagine giving someone that without even paying for an Uber, guys. The guy was like, I'm not going to pay for the Uber, but I know I'm going to smash. That I know.
Then I know my fact.
And that for a fact, I know I'm going to smash, but I'm not going to pay for this Uber. Girl, you better pay for your own transport that brought you here to me. I'm sure she paid for her own transport going back
Yeah.
home also. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Dude, you know what, because we are kind of pressed for time, but then you know, what, thank you very much, my king. You know, and like, that was a literal reality slap right there. Or you know what, straight. So we are left with like 5 minutes, so now.
May I?
Yeah. So you can wrap up yours and then the closing, nah?
All right. Thank you so much. No, my suggestion was hopefully it will be looked into to send a mail to Metro FM, in particular Ask a Man, because on Ask a Man you've got like about 10 comments on advising this lady, but on this platform, dude, 100 plus people are there on comments, actually on the panel, and they dig in. You have therapists here, you've got women that went through that, men and women, and I think whoever that needs help on Ask a Man can really benefit from this platform. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. I'll comment on next topic.
Discussion before so to packet. Yeah. Bargaining is man, bargaining is you know, and happy get happy lady internet, you know, and the disease and happily lady copyright infringement, you know, bargaining things. But then yeah, like we'll see how we actually do bargain that. But then that would be really great actually. As in issue, but again, as in like working like Honed extension, yeah, the Ask a Man, you know, like that hand, no, okay, cool. You can go to Magoya Rundown for more advice. Shit, that'll be dope. Nesabs,
That will be dope, man. It
Yeah,
will be, yeah, okay.
sorry.
Sabs, yeah.
Yeah. The idea of it sounds ideal, you know, it sounds appealing, and it's not that they only get like 10 voice notes. They actually get more, but they don't have the time to play for all of them, because Ukuzo has like a certain time slot. I mean, we all know that teachers have certain time slots, so they actually get more, but they can't play all the voice notes and they can't take all the calls. We've sat down and spoke about this before, but because of, like you're saying, Lee, these rights thing, the copyrights and all of that, it's actually going to be a lot. But maybe we might want to visit that again, Lee and the team. Let's see, maybe we can visit again, discuss it, and weigh our pros and cons, and then see how we can take it, you know. But thanks so much, Ofi.
That's fine. We can discuss it later. So, like just to wrap up quickly, 2 minutes, and like, well, no, like 30 seconds each. Subs. So your last words there.
Yeah, 30 seconds. I wanted to say I completely, totally agree, Lidin. I don't know why Joburg is catching strays. This child knows exactly what she's doing. We are talking about a early 20s who already has 10 exes, and these 10 exes, she got them before she moved to Joburg. Are they married? Are they older men? We don't know. Are they tycoons? We have no idea. So now, if you ask me, with my 2 cents mind, I don't think this is new to her. I don't think this one is a child. This one is way experienced. She knew exactly what she was doing. I mean, please. So that's my last 2 seconds. I'm saying she must move on and leave this guy and take time to really look at herself. And yeah, I think na the problem iguye, to be in short.
Basically, Zitondi. And thank you very much, Subs. Sis Palisa.
Okay, guys. My last parting words. I still feel sorry for her, and I wish she can wake up and realize this is not gonna serve her in any way. 10 exes for me at her age, it's yeah.
Normal.
And
Come on.
yeah, and I believe like for somebody who has actually, let me even leave the Joburg thing. I just feel the poor child is lonely, and this guy just gave her attention. And hi guys, I feel also if she had somebody who would give it to her in a real manner, maybe she would see the situation for what it is. But these kids cannot even talk about such things. They're afraid of being judged and called names and Jululu and whatnot. So hey Shem, I guess now I just feel sorry for her. I do.
So what's your like last words for her?
For her, she must, if it's a loneliness thing, she must find something else to do to entertain herself. She can enroll for a course, she can, I don't know, but she must find something else to do because it's going to be a pattern. She's going to try this one doesn't work, and next thing she'll be having now 20 exes on the block list. So she must just try and find something to do. Shame, poor child. But yeah, I honestly feel it's a loneliness thing.
Okay. Yeah, man. You're right. No, like basically just keep yourself busy. Cause wow. Kuningiest.
Ay, shame, ke son.
And Mrs. Baza, thank you very much. The real housewife.
I think today I'm going to say something that all women need to hear. Men know what you respect and what you disrespect. And it is all based on how you carry yourself. You carry yourself like a clown, you will be treated like a clown. Anonza really needs to take time and focus on herself and her life. You know, there's nothing more beautiful than a woman who spends her life who spends her time making her life beautiful for herself. So that whether someone is there or not, you will always have a beautiful life that you can enjoy by yourself. Because one thing a relationship is not going to do is fix loneliness or fix this and this, because someone is just supposed to enhance your life. They're not supposed to be the center. They're not supposed to be your God. Or when he doesn't send you a text, your life falls apart. So she really needs to start taking herself seriously and her life as well.
Wait, actually. Bon, thank you very much, Mrs. Kanzi.
I want to be Makati's friend. I want to be Makati. You've gained yourself a new friend. I want to be your friend.
What? I told you. I can give it a bar, guys. You see? I just give it a bar. I just go to a slam. I want to barking can I like Lona so. I want to Lona slam, Millen. You're very smart, man. Fenze. Okay, Fenze Sanzel busy intercom. Dean. Okay. Yo, Dean.
No. But
Yeah, so what's your last 30 seconds, okay?
you know, I think I think the more we try to be nice for and entertain nonsense, the more we destroy ourselves. I'm approaching 30 and I don't think I have 10 exes. I don't. Clearly, Ngono is in a mission to have the biggest record of exes. Let's not fight against her will. She wants what she wants. If she wants to be used and claim that Joburg is lonely, let us do that. Let us leave her alone and let her be what she is building herself to be, a lonely single woman that's gonna die alone with a bunch of cats.
Come on.
Again, I'm just saying, Jack. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She has about 10 more years. After that is chai, and that's the sad reality. And why would you wanna disrespect yourself? I mean, it's all about the self-respect. If you're gonna allow a man to use you like you're nothing, you are nothing. Then that's how you see yourself. Then you're gonna put it on the basis of love when there's no action of love. No man that loves you would ghost you for 3 months and calls you at 3 o'clock to come and see. I'm just saying, I'm not fighting, but I'm fighting like gently. Girl, you are young. Get a job because you are bored. Definitely get a job. If not, go to school. Work in a call center. You'll find a lot of boyfriends there. Something I don't know, but this thing of this thing of you, the fact you're gonna be a toy to another man's play game it's unacceptable, guys. And the sad part about it, a few years down the line, the only thing that she's gonna be preaching, men are dogs. Exactly. That's always the back for men are dogs. I've tried men are dogs. No, you did not try. You gave away. It wasn't trying. You gave away your purity. You gave away your youthness. You gave away your time and your efforts to someone that was not appreciative of you. And they played it. Simple.
And that was Dean, ladies and gentlemen. He's very harsh. Mare, he's gonna serve you the truth. Thank you, Mam Kulu. He's gonna dish it out straight from the deep freezer to your mouth. And stop thinking about that. Chill. But then, hey, man, no, actually, guys, thanks a lot, actually, for that. Yeah. So, hopefully, Anonza was here by some chance. She actually took some now notes, isn't like here and there, to actually make sure that you can laugh, but love yourself first, respect yourself first. Learn that and understand that. And thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen. So we are moving to another part where we call it our little, what's that kind of support group nyana there. Oh, Rosie, you're so late. Oh my God, wow. Yeah. But anyway, so today is Random Wednesday, guys. Now, so today we are asking you, what do you feel like we should be discussing today? No, so maybe you have been concerned about was that like something you read, or maybe you saw, or maybe you are going through, maybe, or like, let's have those lively chats. But then now you will be the one to actually bring it here now. All right. So, but again, vroeger there, Taiko, he suggested some story he saw actually horror. There's a lady, bana basadi this week, marlona marilete rosary out. Who's gone? Sorry, yeah. Okay, Dean, like, let me just finish this quickly and then, but again, like, yeah, sharp, like, you'll come through. So apparently there's a lady who got arrested because she was claiming maintenance from, like, what, as in like 6 guys for 1 kid for the longest of time. Guys, just let that sink in a bit. Oh yeah. What is that? 8 guys. She was claiming maintenance from 8 guys for years for 1 kid. She got arrested. That also reminds me of another story of like recently, actually. Dean, please avoid using those emojis, fam, because like they might what's that, like close the live. So like let's use like like laughing emojis or something. So yeah, then recently there's another lady again, she got arrested because she was depriving the baby daddy to see his kid. Ladies, my sisters, what went wrong? Dean. Oh yeah, subs, yeah.
Sorry, Dean, you'll come through just now. 2 seconds. This boils down to me saying, this sudden desperation from women, where does it come from? What is happening with women that suddenly ba batla go nna ditshitshidi la itse ba tshitshidi guys imbungulu that sucks blood. Women want to suck everything around them. They want to suck everything dry. Like, it boils down to that, because why would you ask for maintenance from like 5 different guys? Does that even make sense? I remember that story, the lady that got arrested. She actually got arrested because the baby daddy was maintaining the child, but she still refused for baby daddy to see the child. Why would you do that? In your right mind, why the hell would you do that? You know, the last time I said, sometimes even when he's not maintaining the child, still allow him to see the child. And I still shared my story, and I said, I got to a point where I started realizing that it was not about me anymore, but it was about this little person, you know? And I was like, I'm not going to be the reason why she missed out on her being a daddy's little princess, you know? So I had to step back and say, whether you maintain or not, when you want to see her, just let me know. Let us arrange on time, and then done. Why would you do that? Guys, I promise you, Lee, we need to one day speak about this desperation. Yabasadi. And I can tell you now for free, women are not ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, eh? Yeah, Nabo. I wasn't like my body, my choice, my child. Why me? When you didn't do this and that? I'm like, yeah, but baby girl, there is another human being here who needs your side, his side. Like, let's just learn to put when how na in we run. Cause Fami, please mute Lala. Oh my god. Hey, oh. Let me Keshav, let me breathe. Sis Palisa then Makadzina.
Morning. Just before I came here, I think that's why I was late. I was on another live and they were discussing this lady with 8 baby daddies. And like I don't know. Hey, guys, what worried me was how the women saw how this was the man's fault. Ne? Like majority of they were saying if this man were present, they would have noticed earlier hore re ba bangata, or how like, but it was somehow shifted to the guys. Why did it take you so long to realize? It means you're not present in the child's life. And hey, it went on like it was a whole argument, and it said now my whole thing was this poor child at age 12. How was it presented to her that she's got 8 fathers and she understood? Or no, this weekend I'm with daddy number 1, this weekend daddy number 7. Like, that was just my worrying point. And when women what okay, I'll tell you about something I know. Personally close to me with somebody else. A friend of mine took the guy to maintenance court, ne? And how they start fighting for this thing at the visitation rights is for them to get out of maintenance court. So if the court is going to give you 50-50 parental rights to the child is with you this week, child is with me next week, then you don't have to pay maintenance. You understand? So I think that's why some women try and fight that thing, or no, I actually want the child to be with me, you visit. But it's cases are different. It's never a one size fit all. Some maybe they don't like the lifestyle the man is leading. I know women who have done it. I at some point did it, and there were reasons. And it's not always because the woman is bitter, but sometimes it's for the best interest of the child. You understand? So it's not a one size fit all. And yes, from some it's coming from a bitter point and it's coming from a head place. But I don't think 10 years later I'll still be bitter, guys. So maybe sometimes I am really looking out for the best interest of the child. You understand?
Yeah, Mariano, I was Mariano is in like Bali, just like 60.
8.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not say 8. And that for me, it's not even being selfish. I think something is seriously wrong with her, because that money she took it and baru ahile ndlu and she built the tavern. So she's just she's just a greedy leech. She is a leech who sees nothing wrong with taking from people. It was not even about the child. The child was just a pawn in her own chessboard or whatever. That woman is sick. That woman is creating a monster in that child, because what kind of life is this child gonna have? I told her we can swindle men, and one child can have 8 fathers. And how was this child convinced to keep quiet about this whole thing? Hey, can I Lee? How did I not say, Lee, do you know Offense is also my father? And Dean is also my father. For a child to be that conniving, like that one, Jay, I don't even know what to say about it. That thing just needs serious intervention. The authorities need to give this child help. If there's no one else who can take care of the child, take the child away from this woman. I don't know, even because even the orphanage system is another story. But this child is not safe with this woman. She is seriously destroying this child. Yeah, it's madness.
Lee,
8.
can I jump in?
what's up mara warakadi yeah.
No, so sorry. Auntie P, I want to say to you, how she's not aware, Khore, she's telling us, Khore, she was sleeping with 8 men at the same time. She's not realizing that.
No, it can even be more. Like, she doesn't care about that. Now my thing is, how are you going to explain this to your child? How was it possible you had 8 fathers? How? I know when she's somewhere around 18 and starts misbehaving, and you try to reprimand her, and she says, when I at some point we were sleeping with over 8 men at the same time. What is she gonna say? What is she gonna say?
Okay. Like, okay, let's calm down. Maro mono motho I think ga fetsa batla mo TikTok and say, oh my god, like hashtag women in business.
When I tavern, I younger shelter maintenance. Well, she took the money, she built herself a huge house, and she was also planning to build a tavern. I think she's in the process of building a place. So yes, she was going to be one of those women who are doing it for themselves. Hi guys, that's kissing. So, yeah, kuningi guys. Hayi suka.
Adivere makadzi. Hello.
You
Oh, a
know,
self-made millionaire.
yes, a self-made. I'll start with the issue of the lady with the 8 kids, with the 8 alleged baby daddies. And I think this is another thing that just shows us how flawed like our courts and our systems are in South Africa. Because how can someone, because I'm assuming if you're in the same region, you need to file maintenance where you live. So therefore, that means she went to the same court over and over and over again, and nobody picked up that this person has come here so many times to claim maintenance for the same child. And I also think on the alleged father side, when you go to maintenance court and someone is alleging that you are the father to their child, they actually ask you, and it's free of charge, are you accepting that you're the father, or you would like to do a DNA test first? So none of those 8 people actually said, you know what, because I'm not sure of the situation, let's just do a DNA test, because it is actually free. It's part of the process. It might delay it a bit.
Not free, Makazi.
Is it
The
not
one
free?
who, no, it's not. The one who's asking for the paternity test needs to pay for it.
Okay, sharp. And how much is that for government? 1,000 rand.
It's 2,400.
Imagine. So is it cheaper for you to pay 2,400 rand once, or to keep paying maintenance forever? Let's just look at that from the beginning. Because I would actually opt if someone is saying, am I not, can you not hear me? What's this? Oh,
I
yes,
think
because,
his brain is
yes.
acting up. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. So I just wanted to look at that issue from itself, because I actually have a friend who took her father to maintenance, but then everything went smoothly, because he said, he's known her since she was a child and whatever. And he accepted that, you know what, this is my daughter. And so he started paying maintenance from then going forward. And as for the lady who was, what do you call this? Who was, I saw that article. She actually violated the court order, because the guy had been trying to get access to the child for a long time. He went to court. And I think this is another example where whenever we talk about women who use their children as weapons, people always say, no, women don't do that, and they stick by each other and whatever. But that is exactly what she was doing. You are using your child to actually emotionally abuse the father. because then one day you're going to turn, and that's why you hear so many men say, you know what, I've given up on the process, it's such a long route, it's so this and whatever, and they'll keep record of, you know what, I tried this and I tried that and I tried that, and he just happens to be one of the few men who actually stuck out the entire process, because that process went on for about a good 8 months. And Jomo asked me that man fought tooth and nails, paid attorneys a whole bunch of money just to get access. And when he was finally granted it, she then decided to violate it. And I actually think more men must go that route, because at least now you can actually see that there's a man who was successful in actually getting the rights to see his child. Because one thing we must always avoid is, because no one is going to go to court for 8 months to fight to see their child if they have no intention of seeing their child at all. So I actually think that that is the route that a lot of men must actually go to in order to ensure that they actually have a right to see their child. And women who really, and I think as women, we also need to speak up about this. Your relationship with the father of the child, I get it's finished. That actually does not mean the relationship between the father and the child needs to be finished. When Mjolo Walina is finished, that's that. But even for the emotional well-being of the child, it has even been proven through science. Scientists have proved that even children that grow up without a parent, they actually end up having developmental issues. So it just isn't just about money or whatever. Children do need to have fathers in their lives. And I also think as the Black community, we also need to stop doing this thing. And especially as women, no, I just want to have a child by myself, for myself. I don't need a man, whatever. We are actually the only community that actually supports such nonsense. I don't see white people getting on here and saying that, I just want the child for me and I'll do it by myself. Men are useless. Men are this, men are this. No. We actually need to start promoting actually having family unity and family unions. Even if you are not with that person, let the child have their father in their life, because best believe that child is going to go to school and someone's going to say, where's your father? Kanti, where now you decided to be something else. So yeah, that's all. That's where I'll leave it.
Because you literally just reminded me of like how like we were raised actually, Rona the oldies, you know, like the whole community was your family. To go to like you knew you messed up. Mama Mahlangu next door, she has the right to actually like to discipline you. You know? Now ke bo ngwana ke wa ka ke le one lona le tsene gope lira. So now kind of leads to actually like what's that, such behavior, or now actually like people have no what's that, like moral ground, as in no horror case up, as in like that conscious or you know, and like we okay, like we are messing up here, so let's actually like just like be there for her, help her like this and this and this and that. So rather Bonnie, like they would do such crazy things. You know, and happy like I'm poverty, inflation, lady spending ideas. So now it's just a whole crazy mess, and like, oh man, really breaks my heart, that thing. But you know what, Namak has like, thank you very much. Actually, you are literally like a blessing to people here. Actually, you know, we are like a family here. So let me let you know now. If your child is around me and then like they misbehave, umalumluloy. Yeah, but like eh, eh. Not in a bad way, guys. Not in a bad way. Please, like, do not go ahead and say, hey, Leroy said, As a community, your child is my child, nah, also. So we are there to actually like raise them right as responsible, as that grown ups, within this community. Please do not misread my words here. Please don't believe. But yeah, man. Hey, yeah, friends, what's up?
Hey, brother. Yeah, I was listening to this, to our ladies here, and yeah, they just mentioned so many factors and facts And the one that actually made me think twice was our courts, that they couldn't pick it up, that this lady actually claimed, because there's one department,
I'm sure they do.
but nobody did anything, you know. It goes
Yeah.
back, Lee, to someone who is dating different men, and the mother knows about these men, and they allow them to come in their house only because they provide something in their table, you know. Again, it goes back to being accountable, and again, when we men ask for DNA, it is a challenge. It's like you called someone with their mother's things, you know. And such things, such topics we're having, I think it is important for us to exercise that. And it comes with, don't you trust me? Don't you trust me? But none of these 8 guys picked up that this lady was busy gallivanting up and down with different men, you know, and 8 men. And like Sub says, it might be more than that, you know, it might be more than that. We're talking, first of all, if you're a guy, you will never say yes to maintenance if you used protection. So again, health issues, man. For argument's sake, you would say 10 men were going straight on her, you know? So she doesn't care about her health. All she cares about is the bag, you know? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. The poor child, after she finds out at the later stage that she had 8 fathers that was contributing to her, you know, I don't know how she will recover from this, you know. And I think, like Sab said, we should actually have a topic on women knowing their worth, number one. What is high valued women? Another point will be this thing of men must, how as a society, not in particular men, but collectively, how are we building our society, since we're focusing on our women, young ladies especially? How are we going to build them and advise them on how to view life, on how to view relationships? Because at this moment, most relationships, it's about the bag, you know. It's about the bag. And imagine those men, how will they recover from this, you know? It will, or it may affect their future relationships in terms of trust issues, you know. I was watching in closing this old man. He's a 70-year-old judge. It was trending on TikTok. I think he was suffering from a kidney, or one of his sons. He needed a kidney transplant, if I may be correct. I can be corrected there. And they had to do blood tests, only to find out that he's been married for plus 60 years, plus 50 years, but none of these 2 boys are his. Then tell me that. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And the most people that are experts on infidelity are women, you know, because they can play the game. Someone said, when women entered the game of cheating, they are showing us flames.
Wow.
They are showing us flames, dude. Like, justice, you know. So with brag. So anyway, another thing is that, just a little bit of a story. I met this lady, and this lady convinced me that she's single and everything. And I always want them to say, guys, I'm not a prophet, but I have a gift. As long as I can be intimate with you once, I connect with you. If you will involve someone in your life that will be intimate with you, I will know. I will see the whole picture, where you are, what clothes you are wearing. It sounds like I'm joking. Boom, you do that, then I expose you. You'll be like, oh my God, who's this guy? You know? So I thank whoever, I don't know whether ancestors, God, angels, whatever, the energy that comes from somewhere. Arikimaga. On a serious note. I see that, and it happened a few times, and I'm grateful for that. Though the painful part is that it happened recently with the previous three. Again, I question myself that is there any woman that is an angel that is loyal? You see? Thank you so much.
Okay. So now, like, this new deaf. Ish. Yeah, no, but ish, guys, you know what? Ish. Hey, you know what? No, kuningi nyan, but then, you know what? Sex is great, nah. Yeah, fade, nah, like, born, nah, like, it's a king, born, like, what's those feelings, the oh, never. But let's learn to be responsible people, guys. Wear a condom. You don't want to wear a condom? Use your hands.
If I may add, Lee, um, look, another thing that we need to address is your side nigga, side chicks, infidelity as a whole.
No. But again, wait. So now, like that can be one for actually tomorrow actually because now like that's a whole new discussion now. You know, like marereta moyo na yo. But can I get it? Like this week re tsena la bo sastere ra ba thusa pila sentle. So on like yeah like next week like re tlo go tsenela majita bjano re re all right sharp now gents nina na maside ntontoni he monna ke basadi you must show but but yo guys you know what guys we do not promote promiscuity bofebe you know like having decided and all that but then you still have your free will there. Okay, you want to abstain, you want to have multiple, you want to have one or two fade, but then be responsible there, please. Understand that you just wanting a child now until like this is not about you only, no, anymore now. Never again, because like this is a whole human being here that is connected to you, your family, him, his family. Happy there's a lot of like financial applications there, like that are gonna need a lot from you. When a self-made woman, when in Pogoto. So please let's be yeah, it's nice there's like you know what there's yeah, I feel woman and you're moaning, oh yeah, baby, do this and that, but anyway. Shosho Dean. Yo, Dean, you can come through. What's up?
It is your white T-shirt that is disturbing me. I can't see the bottom of my thingy. Yeah, but no. Now I'm fine. You know, we as human beings we have to accept reality from fiction. The first fiction that we have is that there's such a thing called an independent, strong woman. First lie. And again, before you'll fight with me and you'll kill me, Sabs, I know you're gonna come for me. Sabs, I know for a fact you're gonna come for me. But before you'll do that, let's really be honest. Let's be sober. Let's be true to ourselves, and let's be true to those that actually saw their mothers try and raise them. Bali one. Let's be honest and see the lady that you know from Ekasi. And let's be truly honest. Was that strong? Or was it surviving? Was it genuine happiness, or was it just mocking us, and she was crying alone in her bed? Let's be honest. There is no such thing as strong, successful, independent fathers. There is no such thing. You are in an element where your genes themselves are not supposed to be, and they are questioning themselves. What am I doing with this nappy? How do I turn it? How do I put it upright? How many cups of milk, how many scoops of milk am I putting in this? It's not who we are as a person. It's only you surviving. We are not meant to be apart, especially when there's a child involved. We are not meant to be apart. That's the first admission that we have to admit. And then the second admission that I think that we are truly, truly blindsided and not wanting to see, there are some evil people out here. There are some disgusting, devil-worshipping, evil people out here that do not mind to see another person suffer for them to gloat in their own I don't even know what's the correct word to use. There are people, if you can take 8 males to a maternity court for one child for 12 years, and you see that person as a person that is sane, not evil, there's a problem with you. I really judge you automatically, because you can understand that person needs help mentally. That person needs help on a mental scale that if it's not fixed, those evil demonic spirits are going to be passed on to her child. I pray it's not a daughter, it's a guy. Probably it might be a bit better if that child was a son, and the son was, gibo malume kaofela, we hardly care. But if it's a girl, you can understand the level of trauma that is inflicted in this girl, having to see her mother saying, "This is my man," to 8 different men. The confusion in her brain, it's scary, of the level of damage that that woman could have caused on that girl's life. And without being crazy or being too serious, guys, we have to understand these things, and this is the reality. The more we want to push these agendas that are not really helping society, but we want to claim, Guti, where was the father? Why did he leave? Where's the mother? He wanted to move on with her youth. Njaka, that's not how we build a society. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We have evil people out here. Let's accept that and move.
100% there, Dean, actually, because now I see some ladies here, as in, like, they're saying, how, like, they're going to be here for you, here, like, they're coming for you. I'm like, guys, no, Sheva. Like, you're like missing the point, actually. This is not via Jolo Fela, or maybe he baby baby as in bargain. I'm like Fela Korenje. He is saying that we need each other, like whether we like it or not. Yes, okay, Fede, you can leave your boyfriend who's not treating you now, but then that doesn't mean like Dean is gonna do the same. Horenje, like Leroy, Len is gonna do the same, So now there are those people who are bad. Yeah, sharp. As in, like, but again, it's like they're sharp. You should actually like leave, but that doesn't mean hore. You should be as in like working single fellow lo one yalo. You can do everything yourself, dude. We all need like the Uber molelo mole, the taxi molelo mole. So now that are driven by people. You know what? Okay, sharp. Sharp. You know what? Okay, it's fine. Like, but I hope you kind of got me there because some poor, hey, she was coming with them Pokoto Zim Habim. Sorry, Nempo. I'm Rosie, what's up?
Hi, how are
Yeah,
you?
you are late. Very, very late.
Yes, I can see. By the way, what Dean is saying, yeah, it's true. Ne? And it's also very frustrating, like what Mpo says, which is sometimes when it's a boy child being raised by a woman, ne? Sometimes people, the boy child grows to hate women. Uzibuze ukuthi hayi bo ndoda, wena bowunakekelwa abafazi, next thing uyabazonda. It doesn't make sense though. But it's fine. It is the world that we are living in. Everyone makes their own choices. For example, there's in the thing of that offense was saying, hey, where are the good ladies? My dear, they are there. It's just the phase that you are in right now. Maybe God is trying to help you to rectify something. You understand? Awuhlale phansi ne, ubheke ukuthi which part am I missing out? The problem is we are in a rush to blame the next person. The way I'm saying it, ne, not to say ukuthi kuma relationship mina right. No, kuyabheda. But now I've come to realize in most cases it's for you to sit down and start asking yourself those tough questions. Ukuthi kahle kahle, which part am I missing, and which part should I mix? Should I fix? Because in most cases, ne, it's us busy. Say blame. Yeah, mina. Yeah, I'm doing this because of the person that I'm in with right now. Unje omunye athi yena wakhuliswa nabazali bangekho, or I was raised by a single parent. My dear, your life is that way, but the only thing that you can change is your future. Let's try to focus on the future. Ukuthi abazali bambe banje, masibeke esayidini bakithi. Sifocus kulezi singazazi ukuthi zenzani, because at this time we are the next generation. Ingane zethu zizoba zisihlele kuma live zithi mina abazali bami bayenza kanje. So it's high time we stand, change some things and focus on the good side. Ukuthi okay, kwenziwe njani ke? Yes, I've been in 10 relationships but kuyabheda. What do I do next? Yini mfanele ngizame yona differently? Siye ukubhekana nalabo bangafuni ukuchange. Focus on yourself more.
Yes, it's Rose. You know what, ne? You actually just reminded me of yeah, kind of that horror. Most people now, yes, isn't like just waiting. Most people like they never really listen to working. They never really listen to understand. They listen to actually like clap back, you know, oh, so now worry, oh, so now you're saying this, oh, so now say sheba. Just listen, you calculate it, so and think like, oh, okay. So what if he meant it so, but then like not like this way, as in like necessarily this way. Maybe the choice of words were wrong, but then okay, they kind of meant this. Mara now, like most men are now like they would just and they like scream or hey, like most ladies hey this oh so when now you hate girls when you are hey isms. I'm like, oh Jesus. Learn that some things hasn't done. Sometimes you must be teachable, you know. But yeah, anyway, subs I knew guys, I knew
Guys, I will, yeah. Like they need to understand you are not fighting. And sometimes, like, honestly, it's just, you know, how we always say nalwena. Sometimes we often say things, and whatever that we're saying, it makes sense in our heads. But what's coming out of our mouths is not necessarily how we're planning to, you know, say it in our heads. But anyway, I wanted to say to Usis Rose Uguti, also with that thing ya gore, when a person grows up like this, le yena o tlo gola mohlomong, like how Popo was saying, when a boy child a gola a sena monna, a sena ntate, then they don't want to be in committed relationships or anything like that. But guys, you know, on that point, I want to say, imagine if we all walked around doing things in a way ya gore, I grew up like this, so I'm going to be acting like that. Imagine all of us, Moli Fatsing, if we applied that same, guys, ngeke, guys. Angeke. Now, as soon as you grow, yeah, Lee, as soon as you grow as an individual, you start knowing things, you start learning, like Uli said, you start being teachable, you know, and you learn things. You get to understand, okay, the fact that this is how I grew up, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is what I must do, this is how I must walk, or this is how I must talk to people, or this is how I must treat people. No ways, guys. You have a right, I mean a responsibility, to be a better person and not leave or try to rectify whatever your dad did or whatever your mom didn't do. It was their life. That life is done. It's now your life. Like, do your guys, angeg. That's what I'm saying now. If we all lived by, and remember, we come from different backgrounds, ne? We come from different backgrounds. So I didn't like it from an abusive home. Lee utwa kontlung, Lee is an example. Don't catch feelings. I know people are sensitive these days. And Lee utwa mo kontlung, go na le mashata kore ba nwa. So, and then Roosevelt comes from a home of, I can't use that word, but batho ba rapang, you know, malume wa teng o tsamaya rape, ntate wa teng o tsa, and then imagine we all need to be walking around in the streets, siphatha ukuthi because I come from this home, this, yes baby, yes, and now I'm going to be like this because this is how I grew up. It's going to be a messed up world. It's already messed up, and we are trying to do a little change, so it's not gonna work, honestly. It isn't.
You be the
Din
better
can come through.
for yourself. Exactly. But can I say, please read that there from Paul.
Autonomy.
But can I say, like read it yourself?
Or Ari, you must have your own autonomy.
Yes. Whatever that
Yes.
means. Yes.
Honestly, guys, this Kulilis Batala, we've seen life, we've learned, we have an understanding. Guys, let's wake up every day with the thing. I wanna be a better person. I wanna be kind, you know, and I wanna do better. Hi, Lento Guti. Oh, this is how I grew up. So this, please come down, Salapants.
Okay, so Dean. So Dean.
Pants, down Pants. I think that's the best advice we can give to people right now. Come down Pants, because
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly, bro.
you know what Sabs is saying right now is so true. When I growing up, I was so confused. Everyone used to praise their mothers in class. My mother this, my mother that, and I grew up with my father. My mother got married to a different man when I was 3 months old. Do the maths. Then you have to do the maths. My mother got married to another man when I was 3 months old. Ne? And yes, Sabs, my biological mother was never is the wives within my dad's is temple. Yeah. So my dad has 7 wives. My mother was the first girlfriend. And when my dad opted for a second wife, was not part of it. I was already conceived. When I was born 3 months later, she married another man. my dad was like, I'm not gonna have my man raise my son, so I'm gonna get wives to make sure that he's good, sharp. Can you imagine if we walked around with hurt and pain from our upbringings? We'd be hating each other like nobody's business. We would be hating the opposite gender. And I think the only fuel for gender war right now is that we hold on to our parents' decisions. We are still holding on to my dad left, so men are dogs. My mom did this, so females are untrustable. I think it's very understandable if we judge people based on the actions that they are doing now. Like umama lo wa 8 fathers and 1 baby. We can judge that person by her actions and not the whole entire gender. It is weird when, hence I said, I mean, at school, everyone would praise their mothers. And I'll be like, but my dad does that for me. But my father does that for me. And it was a rare experience when everyone on Parents' Day, it's a bunch of women, and I'm just chilling with my dad and we're talking about rugby in our corner. Because my dad was not going to interact with other women, and I was not going to interact with my classmates because it was Parents' Day. So we would just chill by ourselves talking about rugby on Parents' Day. If our experience and our upbringing were the very same foundation of our behavior now, we'll be living in a dark world. So it is us calling people for who they are now. And when they give us the excuses, Uguti, hey, when I was, come down and sit down. Hey, man. This is you. This is you waking up in the morning, making a decision to be evil. This is you. And there are evil people, guys. I'm talking about myself. There are very evil people out here. And we wake up in the morning and we choose to be nice. We choose to be good. We choose to smile. And I promise we are evil inside, but we choose.
Wow.
We choose to be good. And I don't get it when someone, it's like someone eknokimali and you live in the very same city, in the very same time, and you be like, Maranjaka, I'm gonna see you in about 2-3 days. Like, why would you choose to be evil to someone that you could imagine? These 8 guys, as much as they look like fools right now, they are so bitter towards this woman.
Oh, and then now, as in like, there's gonna be like a ripple effect now.
Exactly.
Next
Now
one
these
is
guys are not trusting anything. Even if they do impregnate a woman going forward, the chances of them denying that child, they are very high now. It's look at the ripple effect that is now happening. And it's now then a man that was saying, okay, sharp, I'm gonna take care of my child. I'm gonna do right. Okay, the courts, even if I didn't want to, the court has made me do it. I'm doing it now. The first few months you are mad. After that, you are okay. You're like, Njaka, this is my child, sharp. I'm gonna take out this money that I have to take out. For 12 years.
You find that for
Mtho no unahana pholo ukuthi ka burekile pholo jwale omongi 1 room ya hae ka bu extendile. Do you see the level of hate that is being created by just one woman deciding to be evil to 8 different people at the same time? I give props. That woman should run for president, guys. We need liars like that in parliament. I'm just
never.
saying.
Nigga, no. Never
No,
those.
no, 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 no. Dean, Dean, you were just fine this whole time, and then
I'm just
last minute,
saying. All
no.
politicians are liars. She would fit very well in one of the political parties. She would fit. She would make a very good comrade. I'm just saying.
Makati, this one would finish even us the women. No ways, no flipping ways.
After 12 years, a very more put in what la mo bona betla re say it's again like lona la nkolota lona. Nah,
But
nah, I'm fine with that. But then
you know the crazy part. I apologize, and then I'm going down. The crazy part, this week alone, I've seen something, and again, there are people like Sabs that are on and off. There are people like Makadzi that are also on and off. When it comes to the defendants of honest men, and the reason why I say on and off is that there are some battles that they will choose not to fight because they know that those battles are wrong, but them not choosing to fight is them being off. And hear me where I'm going with this. This week alone, we've actually been invited into people's personal stories. The Nozipo's husband issue.
Because I don't know who's knows.
The guy that wanted to leave and the kids were just disrespectful and
Oh yeah,
begging,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
apparently.
Oh yeah.
We've been invited into serious people's stories, like the 8 men that were paying. This is the one we're talking about right now. There's a few more. The man that was denied access to a child. And if you look at the comments on those things, you see how damaged we are as a nation. You if you look at those comments, it's bitter people writing the most bitterish thing on those comments. And unfortunately, if you look at them, it is a crucifixion of men in the most hurtful way. And again, the fact that it's out and it's public, but for me to then belittle someone and choose a side without never knowing the truth, the true aspect of the whole entire story is an issue. And it's us not having honest women that will say, yeah, but this man was right to do so, or this man was justified to do so, or this woman was wrong. Don't even put the man in the picture, but what this lady did was very wrong. Yeah, well, and it Umina, I just saw a whole entire week of men being alone, men suffering in their loneliness, alone, amongst other men. Because as men, we'd rather open a bottle of Hennessy and drink and pass out rather than us saying, Jaka, talk to me. I know it's rough. Yeah, well, you see. So hence I'm saying it's been a rough week. It's gonna be a rough week again next week, guys. Since it's our week, I don't know. Ew, like me, what fit.
Mfana, you've been chopping the onions. Mfana, you came with like the clapper ziri daisy hot man, and you know what, ne? Let's just actually like digest that, Pila, so you can finish it off since like tomorrow actually, because like that will be the last day we do like a master class for the ladies actually. We are schooling you guys like this week. Then next week, the whole week, it's gonna be men now. Men and guys and boys as now. So just a quick closing, nah. Let's start with Makazi. Like for 1 minute, nyana. Then Rosie for 1 minute. Yeah, then we copper this also. Makazi.
I think I'm just going to tell a quick story. You know, when you're talking about people and the environment and the people that they decide to emulate and so forth, like I remember a conversation that I had with my mom. Like my mother was a single parent, worked very hard to raise us all and so forth. I think in total she probably has about 6-7 degrees. She has a beautiful home, everything. And you know, when I started working in corporate, did very well, bought my own home, driving nice cars and whatnot. And I also, because I was raised with a single mom, I had that attitude, Yore, you know what, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that. I was raised by a strong woman and so forth. And my mother was kind enough to actually sit me down and say, you know, my child, my life was my life because those were my circumstances. That is not what I want for you. I don't want you walking around the world and this world thinking that men are useless, men are this and that, because you saw me having to do everything myself. My dream is for you to find someone who will love you, and you must learn that you need somebody to be there with you. So, and very quickly, I actually got out of that attitude. So I think it's also parents, when you also see your child maybe going down the wrong path, because we do idolize our parents to some extent. also be active in trying to correct some of the perceptions that they might see from you and think it might be positive when really it's not the way to go about things. So yeah.
Uh, please make a plan for like we can have your mother here tomorrow because wow, she's dropping bars, like say. So please, let's see how we can do this, but we are gonna need her for tomorrow because now we are going to be closing this now bill off for the ladies. Yeah, cause come on
But I
now.
can do.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
She's gonna come with this file. I'm telling you. Ash. No man, but then yeah, thank you very much. Rosie Dean les Habse. Could have 15 seconds each. Starting with Rosie.
Okay, what I wanted to say is Uguti, we might be women, we might be men, but one thing that we need to remember is the fact that we are both hating. See, we pass through some pains that we pass through. It might seem like ungathi kulo mhlaba it's only men that are going through the pain. For example, like what you just said with the story lo mfazi lo bekane 7 guys that she was playing. Do you know there's going to be a lady that is going to be questioned by his own husband because ulalela leso story? These are things that are going on in this world. It might seem like ungathi amadoda kuphela, but no, there are some people that take these stories on social media, then they start to practice them at their own places, affecting their beautiful homes. So lapho nje sonke siyahate kumhlungu konke sonke, even nabafazi namadoda. So let's try to look for a way to how to live in this world that is so painful, that is so difficult to live. Yeah, amen.
Amen, Sis Rosie. We are fixing the nation Bicky by Bicky, don't worry. There are going to be those questions. Rightfully so. But anyway. So. Dean, your 15 seconds quickly.
My 15 seconds is I love you, Buffett. It's nothing else but love. I think the only reason why we even do these things, it's we just want to try and show each other the love that we want to have. We just want to be here for someone and someone be here for us. Apart from anything else, we do not know the best. We assume half of it. We trust God that the information we have is the right one. And our experiences guide us from us not doing the things that burnt us at one time. So, as much as we should never shift blame, let's all actually start by being accountable to our own actions. And let us truly be quiet to ourselves, because I think we lack the space of us being quiet to ourselves. And then only we can judge ourselves if our actions, are they truly pure? Are they good? Would we be happy if they are done to us or a member of our families? And then only from there, morals will actually play a part. But other than that, nah, if you love me, I love you. If you hate me, I still love you. I'll hate you another day when you're not ready. Ijwala.
We do not hate here, guys. You know, I never breaking guys, and I remember he said he is very, very evil. So please don't test him here because here we only spread love here, okay? Please and thank you. But then, hey, man, I've like we love you too, Machi. I born are on fam. Subs.
So moved by the fact that he's evil. I'm like, yo.
Come on, I mean, like
Yeah, I know he's kidding. Yeah, guys, let us be kind. Like, let us be kind to each other. Like as Rose said, we can generalize this all we want, but somehow, somewhere, we are all going through something. Let us be kind to each other. Most importantly, let us love ourselves. Zithande, man. Yeah, man, you know, Khana ka wena, just say, this one I'm not subscribing to and I am not coming to. And we will be jobless. Some of us will not be sitting here having Ask a Man because you guys will be living yourselves. So we'll come here have nothing to listen to. But yeah, we love you guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Sabs,
And
please,
yeah.
for tomorrow, we have your mom. Please, Sabs, your mom is
Hey,
invited.
hey, Kimakai, this in subs.
Both. Let's have them both so we can have more grown experience and true.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys. If my mom came here, you guys would think just this woman's daughters are the ones, and you guys will be jumping on us. That time I don't clean, I can't cook. Because I was taught well, but I have decided to live my life the way I have decided. Has nothing to do with how my mom raised us or brought us up or taught us. But you know how it is, Mos. So now if my mom came here, you guys will want to marry myself and Mara want to marry my sisters.
Oh, guys, you know what? But Makhazi, let's up. They must bring their mothers here, as in yeah, actually, because we are gonna really need them actually here. So, from me, as in like, so my words are like really simple actually, right? I mean the great words of a very profound singer. There will be no love dying here for you and me. So, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're doing, no matter how hurt you feel, just spread that love, Just give it. Help where you can, do this and that. But most importantly, Zitonde, Zitembe, right? Skatlogela Batu, Bawete.
Kind of another social song for me. It's
No, actually.
whenever there's right on. Maybe I'm not supposed to talk, but who cares? I really enjoy singing that song around the world, and really, whenever there's any trouble in my life, so you can take it the same way. If there's any trouble in your house, there will be no love that's dying here for you and me, and we're going to continue on.
And that's it for me, guys. Bye bye. See you guys.